Welcome to Advocation X episode number 237. Time for a newsworthy Tesla broadcast, sponsored by Baden Optical in beautiful Ontario, Canada. But first, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe before we dive right in the depths of this set of topics. And those topics are S&P inclusion, Giga Texas progress, Giga Berlin progress, stock prices soaring. By the way, we are never giving stock advice, only my opinions and entertainment purposes only. New solid-state batteries, new eco car game changer. Let's dive right now. Next week, December 21st, is the intended date for the S&P inclusion. This is the date when all these funds have to heavily invest in Tesla stock and be ready to go forward from then on. This could present quite a conundrum. Those of you who have held on to your stock this entire time, do you sell and take those profits? Or do you hold on and look for the post-inclusion boom or bust? Do you know which way it's going to go? Let me know in the comments below. Will that bring about a huge surge? Or will the lemmings fall directly off the cliff, following each other into oblivion? Because as we know, leading up to the inclusion, there's been much in the way of price gains for the Tesla stock. Will that continue right up until and then some? Or is it going to have some pullback just before the S&P inclusion and then fall off a cliff? Or maybe have a little pullback, fly up a little more, and then fall even further off the cliff. So I'd like to know, will you be selling or will you be holding? Or will you be doing a mix of the two? Let me know in the comments. Does it scare you when Tesla goes and raises cash with additional share offerings? Do you think it's a smart move, a foolish move? Is it one that affects your judgment and your thought process on whether or not you're going to stay loyal to your Tesla stock or start getting cautious and becoming more and more diversified? To tell you quite honestly, and again, I'm not giving you stock advice. This is just my opinion, and this is based on the facts that I'm gathering, and it's for entertainment purposes. I, for one, am sticking with a 75% Tesla portfolio. 75% Tesla portfolio. I mean, hey, that leaves me 25% for diversity. Does that mean I'm confident in Tesla's ability to innovate far and beyond all other companies in competition? Yeah, it does. I am extremely confident that Elon Musk and his teams, not just Elon, don't be afraid, Elon walks away tomorrow and Tesla's just done. It's not done. It will make adjustments. Tesla is going to Mars and beyond. With that being said, how high can Tesla go in your opinion and why? Where do you see it reflected? Because we've heard things like 5,000 a share, 7,000 a share, 15,000 a share, 23,000 a share. And of course, these were all based on pre-split prices, okay? So remember that. When you hear all these analysts talking about, I don't know what they're talking about with this $7,000 a share, they're trying to make it look like everybody's predicting 7,000 a share, 5,000, 15,000 from this point at 600 and some odd dollars per share. I mean, that would be nice, and anything is possible, but that's not the general consensus among those who know what Tesla is and basically what to expect, okay? Gigafactories. They are making progress beyond belief. Now, we were hoping that the progress would be way faster than the Giga Shanghai. I think we were unrealistic with that because it seems that these other factories are far and away much bigger, more complex, with new technology that's going to help catapult the company forward even faster than it has so far. So keeping that in mind, we have to realize maybe they're not going to be faster than Giga Shanghai. But fast is absolutely Elon Musk's projections. This is what he's looking for. Speed of innovation. Not just the innovation itself, but the speed of innovation. So it looks like, could Texas Gigafactory, Terafactory, be done before Berlin? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But some are speculating that that's a possibility. I really don't think so. Even with the triple shifts going on at Giga Texas, that is probably going to be far and away the most complicated build they have done thus far. Remember, the Cybertruck's going to be coming out of there. The semi-truck's going to be coming out of there. Probably going to have lines for the Model Y, the Model 3, and perhaps even what we call the Model 2. That has yet to be seen. Who is going to be the first to actually produce and start deliveries of any of the Tesla models being built in these new gigafactories? That's something I'd like to hear your opinion on. Also, will there be another factory announced before the other two begin production? Now, I've jumped back and forth on this. Yes, I cannot be a politician because I always go with the most credible and most current information. I'm not one of those who could be this politician that says, "This is my stance. Follow me off the cliff, folks. Even if the cliff gets shortened, we're jumping off anyway." No. As far as I'm concerned, if somebody crumbled the edge of the cliff and I get a notice that says, "Hey, stop heading towards the end of the cliff because you're going to fall off," oh, well, then I'm going to make an about face. Sorry, guys. That's just the way I am. When we look at the topic of whether or not another gigafactory will be announced, just announced, before the beginning of production out of these other gigafactories being built, I will venture a guess and say yes, that Elon's going to ink a deal with another location, a super strategic location that's going to allow for the distribution of cars to many places that most of us were not expecting. I think that's coming before production begins in the other gigafactories being built. So remember again, when I talk about the rate of innovation, it's leading the way for Tesla and the others who are trying to become their competition. They are really looking to Elon for inspiration. And remember, Elon shares almost all of his patents. So when you see all these cars out there and you go, "Oh, there's the next competition for Tesla," remember, Tesla has already set the pace of innovation. And that pace of innovation is faster than any of these so-called possible competitors can keep up with. So think again when you start leaning in that direction. Since I did mention that Tesla and its stock price are heading for the moon, the Mars, and then beyond, are you along for the ride? And if not, why? And if you're thinking of it, when? Let me know in the comments below. And another question I have is, will there be another major catalyst or a massive obstruction to the meteoric rise of the Tesla empire? And if you think there is one or the other, tell me what you think it might be. Some have suggested that the bottleneck in supplies for batteries is going to be the obstruction that nails all electric car coffins. I tend to think that this was already considered and factored in by the Musk teams. And those teams have been looking at this problem and the solutions from years ago. So let me just venture on to say, I think they've got this one handled. Now, as we know, J.B. Straubel and his great new technology in solid-state batteries has been revealed. Will it be the game changer and why? As we look at how solid state versus the 4680 new cell from Tesla, we have to realize one major factor. With the lithium-ion technology, Tesla has already surpassed the solid-state capabilities at this point. Also, how scalable are the solid-state batteries in actual reality? Then you have to look at it and go, wait a second, J.B. Straubel has been with Elon Musk for years. Is it possible that they developed the technology together and that J.B. Straubel is branching off to become a competitor to Tesla's cells with Tesla's approval? I'm thinking there's quite the possibility that Elon might be a silent partner with J.B. Straubel. Also, we know about the recycling that's going to be coming from J.B. Straubel and the new company that he's formulating and bringing to bear. They're going to be able to supply Elon with all the raw materials that he'll need to create all the batteries in the future without having to go through extensive mining operations. I don't know about you guys, but tell me what you think. I think that's a perfect union for Elon Musk and J.B. Straubel to seem like competitors, but actually have the same direction in mind. The soon-to-come announcement of the $25,000 compact Tesla will be another marvel of design and technology. Will it face open arms or much disdain for not having all of the bells and whistles of a luxury sedan? I seem to feel that by Elon going after the markets that are available, being China, US, Germany, that design for this new Model 2 or Model 1 or whatever you want to call it is probably going to be such that it will be one of the biggest game changers in the history of Tesla. I believe it may even, if accepted, be bigger than the potential of the Cybertruck. And as you know, based on the ratings, the Cybertruck has displaced the Ram as the number 3 truck, and it hasn't even hit the roads yet. I don't know about you guys, but does that not just set your hair on fire? Oh, yeah, my hair's gone. Well, does it set your hair on fire? Knowing that the Cybertruck has taken over as the number 3 preferred truck, and it hasn't yet even hit the road. Once it does, look out, Sierra. Look out, F-150. Cybertruck has arrived with all the immediate criticism and everybody talking about how ugly it was and how strange and weird and not a chance. Oh, by the way, I was one of those people. When I heard everybody bust out laughing and say, no, that's not the real truck. Now bring out the real truck. I was one of those people. And I wasn't those who were like smart enough to really quickly flip the switch and go, wait a second, and ordered that Cybertruck immediately. It took me about a week. And I realized the potential of this vehicle was far beyond anything these other vehicles could achieve. And I'm now, since it's now, I'm going to include the electric Hummer as well. None of these vehicles are going to be able to compete on the level that the Cybertruck is going to set as the bar. Mark my words, Cybertruck will explode on the scene and continue to move forward until possibly 10 gigafactories are going to be needed to produce enough Cybertrucks to keep up with the demand. And this Model 2 or 1, the new compact $25,000 Tesla, I believe will surpass the demand of the Cybertruck. Now remember, the caveat there, Elon Musk is going to be producing multiples of this car for his robotaxi service. And I know you say, oh, robotaxi, that's not going to happen. Well, I'm going to suggest to you that you start watching the videos on the full self-drive beta. It's the beta version. It's not even the finalized version that they have now. The beta version is for you guys, a select few of you guys, to test out and teach the system how to learn the proper methods of driving. Once that small stage is complete, that beta system is going to be then fed into their dojo program, which the dojo program will smooth out all of the kinks and make this thing absolutely amazing. Now, I still suggest to Elon that he use the robotaxi network as a driver-operated ride-sharing program to begin with, because then you're going to learn a lot of the kinks and things that go along with being a robocab, like U-turns, like people who are showing up on the wrong side of the street and learning how to adapt. It'll teach the neural net system how to find the best routes around traffic and stuff and actually make it safely, and sometimes with real risk. Okay? Because in order to be a successful robocab system, if I need you at 1642, you're not going to want to wait for an automated system to be there at 1643 or 44. You're going to expect it to show up right at 42. So that means the algorithms are going to have to be such that that car or another car that may be located maybe a little farther at first, but once it sees the extent of the traffic in the area, maybe it launches the other car to be there on time. So a lot of this stuff has to be worked out. So as far as I think, Elon, just a suggestion, I know you are incredibly capable and adept at everything you're doing. Give it some thought. Start people on a ride-sharing program now and help teach the neural network. What are your thoughts on all this wild and crazy thought train? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and see my responses spring up. Try one of our other playlists if you like by clicking on the link on the screen, or check out other videos in this series. We do rely on you for our future successes. Without you, our channel would not exist. I hope you're enjoying the content and will continue to run with us into the future. Please help and further our cause by hitting the like button and subscribing for future content. Become a member and crush the bell so you miss nothing and you let that algorithm know that we're worthy of watching. Our disclaimer again, our channel is factually informed opinion and not alternative fact type either. Questions will be answered when and if I'm able. However, your suggestions are more than welcome, including your critical analysis. Leave your respectful comments, suggestions, critical analysis, questions on future topics you'd like covered in the comments section. A special thanks from Clyde and the crew to all of you beautiful, thinking people out there. Shout out to our sponsors, especially Baden Optical in beautiful Ontario, Canada. Once again, good folks, I must say, we never give up and we never give in. And remember, keep an open mind because knowledge is our power. So we do our research so as never to lose our power. Until next time, thank you for spending time with us here on this channel. Please stay safe and healthy while doing your utmost to remain as happy as humanly possible.